Hey, welcome back, guys. I've noticed two things. Two important things. I uh I sound really sick. I sound sicker than I do to my own ears. Maybe it's gotten better though. Two, I did not have desktop audio on, so you guys mostly just heard me talking, which I suppose isn't a bad thing, but obviously when there was no talking going on, you guys just had raw dog the silence, no gameplay audio. So that's not so kosher. I apologize for that. Half the game is the audio, you know. At least if you're watching it, and probably if you're playing it. Again, I apologize. I I can't believe I've done you guys such a disservice. I should have bought stuff before I came to do this. You guys will be proud of me. I still spent more money than I should have, but instead of doing the absolutely right thing and just making myself food, and instead of doing the absolutely worst thing and buying chips, I did a middle ground and I spent a shit ton of money buying barbecue. I bought jalapeno cheddar kielbasa and a basically loaded baked potato with brisket, which I will probably just eat tomorrow. Because despite being a fat boy, I being sick does not really make me very hungry. I just wanted to eat something because I had something I was gonna bring up. I can't remember what it is now. Oh, I really like journaling. I feel like more people should journal. More men should journal. That should uh that should really help you get out of your own head. I feel like quite often I will be in a situation where I make a mistake or I'm thinking about something that's never happened ever and is not going to happen, and I'll just keep repeating it over and over and over in my head like an argument or something. And I'll reach the end of it and then I'll keep going and I'll start over again and I'll reach the end of it and I'll start over again, and it's just a relentless cycle. But I notice if I journal, if I just write, doesn't even have to be anything that I'm feeling or thinking, but if I just write like an insane person, whatever comes to mind, that obsessiveness goes away. I stop the cycle in its tracks. So even if I'm not putting down what I'm thinking about on a paper, putting down anything on a paper just shatters the hold the thoughts have over me. I think everybody should do that. I think journaling kind of like meditation for me. I've done meditation as well, and it's kind of two different means to the same goal. I want to reach a point where when you're, man, it's really weird to describe where like thoughts are running through your head, but you're not focusing on them. And because you're not focusing on them, they just they just go past. You know? Hey, look at that cloud. Oh, and there it goes, and it's gone. Except you don't, hey, look at that cloud. In fact, you there you go. Hey, it's like clouds. Meditating is like clouds. They exist. You know they're there. They're above you. But, and they're always happening, but you're not looking up. You're not thinking about them. They're just there. You just let them be there, and you don't give them any of your time. That's what the point of meditation is for me. Your thoughts are clouds, and even though you know they exist, and you know they're there, and you know they're happening, you're just not thinking about them. You're just not focusing on them. Some dumbest shit I just said. Nah, it's not dumb. It works for me. I think it would work for a lot of people. Fuck Erebus. I just always gotta say that. I hate that man. That man's the worst. Also, kind of fuck Horus. You know, the book club I'm in, like, I made a joke about how, Horus should have just killed the Interrex people. Like good old dad would have done, but, the person who's running the book club was like, well, he was trying to be like that. He was trying to do what he thought dad wanted, and it kind of was. It was like, being diplomatic, doing less of the warmongering, getting more of humanity. And to a degree, I agree. But after reading Fallen Gods, no. Horus was always prideful. And while he was trying to do the right thing, as dear old dad would have wanted, he didn't want to do it for the right reasons. And, I'm a big the means justify the ends type of person rather than the ends justify the means. And he was not doing anything for the right reason. He was always, as far as it seems with false gods, resentful that his dad got all this credit for everything that they did, everything that like he did alongside the Astartes. And it doesn't even seem like Horus cared that the rest of the Astartes got credit. He cared that he didn't get credit, that everyone wasn't worshipping him. Because he says, when the Chaos Gods show him that potential future, he's like, they shouldn't be worshipping him. They should be worshipping me. I did everything. It was all me, me, me. And it's like, oh, wow. This man's got a lot of pride to him. And it seems like he does not respect his father, or he does not respect the Emperor nearly as much as we all might think. And, while he does have great potential to do good, he's not doing it to be good because he thinks being good is the right thing. He's doing it because he wants that praise. He wants to be worshipped. He wants people to fawn upon him. So, in the end, he probably never was, like, even though there were probably futures that the Emperor saw where Horus does not fall to chaos and where he does all the right things, and maybe it was more likely that Horus than anybody else would succeed. I think in my head, and what I've seen from Horus so far, I don't care how many split futures there were, I think Horus was always going to fail because he always had that darkness in him, that want to be a god, to be worshipped. And fuck Horus as well. I don't think that's as common as a sentiment, because I feel like most people are like, oh man, Horus really got the raw end of the dog. But the end of the day, it's not like he was tricked, but like, was he really? He says, I know I'm being manipulated. I know you guys are showing me lies, but he still wants to believe in those lies, knowing their lies. He still, like, he wants to believe that he's better than the Emperor, and that, you know, they might be showing him tricks and lies, but in his heart, he knows, you know, it's the truth anyways. I guess I'll see more from the third book of the Horus Heresy, but I think when Horus was dying and he was bitching about the Emperor and he was bitching about his brothers, I think he was talking his fullest truth, and I think he was right probably on everything, but I think the most right he was that Sanguinius should have been made the commander. I think Sanguinius has his faults, you know, the Black Rage and all that, the fault in his gene seed, but at the end of the day, Sanguinius wanted to do the right thing for the right reasons. Like, he was a good guy who wanted to do good things. And Horus is a bad guy that wants to do good things. And it's very important to understand why he wanted to do those good things. And it's very important to understand that he's not a good guy. Oh, he might be the worst. No. I take that back, because I can't remember what his name is, but the Erebus's Primarch, that guy's all the Emperor said is, "I'm not a god. Stop worshiping me." And that guy was like, "Fuck. Well, if you're not gonna let me worship you, I'm sure there'll be somebody who will let me worship them." It's like, well, fuck, man. Can't you just be normal? Can't you just be chill? Fuck. I mean, if you want to worship something so bad, I know the Emperor spent all of his time getting rid of Christianity, but, like, I mean, if you want to worship something, I'd, like, worship Jesus Christ, not the clearly evil warp gods that do bad things. If you want to worship something. I like that somebody said that the only real... I wish I remembered his name. I wish I remembered the Primarch's name. I think it's the Primarch of the Word Bearers, but I think that's what their legion is called. But, man, the guy was like, he's the only winner out of everybody in 40k. Because, I mean, he's still Chaos and all that, but he's basically retired. He's just letting his guys do their thing, and he's just meditating. He's not being told to do anything by his Chaos God. He just fucked off. He just fucked off and is doing his own thing. And it's like, man, the guy who started everything, the guy who started all the plans to corrupt Horus, he's the one who wins at the end of the day. Not the Chaos Gods, because they're going to keep fighting each other, fucking each other over. They're in their own little hell. I think I've read up that there's, like, layers to the warp, and they're at the lowest layer, so they're not even the biggest, baddest things that exist at all. Not the Primarchs. Not any of the races. Well, you know what? The Orcs kind of win too, because there's always going to be conflict, so they're always going to have something to fight. Okay. The Word Bearers Primarch and the Orcs are the only winners in 40k. They're the only ones who get what they want. The Primarch of the Word Bearers, he got power. He fractured the Empire. He got to worship something. And now he just fucks off. The Orcs, they get forever war all the time without end. Fuck Erebus. Fuck Erebus. Erebus is the worst. Now, I was really afraid because I went into this knowing a lot about how the Horus Heresy ends, thinking Loken was gonna be corrupted and become a fallen Marine, a Chaos Marine, but with the way things are looking, he's not standing for all this magic mumbo jumbo. He's like, yeah, this shit may be real, but like these are powers. There's a clear reason the Emperor was hiding this from us, and it sucks that he hid it from us because we're totally unprepared for the darkness that we're confronted with. But this shit's evil. Are you watching what's happening? Dead bodies coming back, pestilence, disease. Like, it might be powerful, but it's not good. It's not good at all. This shit's scary, and I don't like it. But of course, he's gonna be one of the only people who gets it. He's gonna be one of the only people who understands that not all power was created equal. And maybe you don't want to fuck with the unknowable gods who actually, I'm gonna turn around. Loken doesn't know this, but Horus is a fucking idiot because he saw one of his guys. He was so mad about being betrayed by one of his guys, but when he was fighting the guy who ends up hitting him with the Anathame blade, the thing that like hurts him so bad and makes it so that Erebus can show him the fake future. Dude, he saw that his buddy, like, the body was saying, oh, all this power, I love all this, blah blah blah. The soul, the actual person, was like, no, like screaming. And when Horus won the fight and killed the guy, and the warp Nurgle took his power back, all that was left was the guy, and he's like, oh, it's not what you think. From my perspective, from what I'm seeing, you're not a willing participant once that warp takes over. Like, you're a soul trapped inside a body watching yourself betray all that you knew and loved, and like you don't even get the things you're like you may have accepted the power, but after that point you let the devil in. It does whatever it pleases at that point. And you have no say. Some people, have more say than others, but if Horus really ever thought that he was going to be the architect, the director of his own fate, after letting these chaos gods, dump their power into him, he's a fool. And it makes sense why people worship the Emperor over him. Idiot. I really don't like Horus. He's just not smart and so egotistical. Because if he was smart, even with all his ego, even with all of his ego and his pride and his want to be seen as greater than he is, if he was smart, he would have known, he would have seen all the clues and been like, nah, it doesn't matter how powerful these things are, how much they can give me. I see what they have done for others, and it's a monkey's paw. It's a monkey's paw for sure. It's a crazy monkey's paw. But he couldn't do it. He couldn't see past himself and his own ego. Okay, I think I've got everything on the cabin. That's my Warhammer rant. Based off of everything that I know right this moment. So that's maybe I'm missing something, but I think old Horus is just a bad guy. He was just a bad guy through and through, and you know, Big E's greatest failing was gambling on Horus not being a piece of shit. I know Big E had bigger fish to fry, and he was dealing with his own shit. But he should have just left it to Sanguinius. He really should have. Should have just left it to Sanguinius. Sanguinius would have made all the right moves. Also, I think a lot more of the Primarchs would have been a lot less salty if Sanguinius was given command. Because I feel like it's, out of all the Primarchs, I feel like I haven't heard about, again, I'm still, I'm only 2 books into the Horus Heresy. I feel like most of them are either neutral or like Sanguinius. So they've been like, yeah, you know what, it makes sense. It makes sense that the literal angelic being is is taking Big E's place while he's doing important business. Now, I would have been salty too if Horus was given command. But Sanguinius, I would have been like, fuck, maybe I'm stronger than that guy, or maybe I'm better at this or that than that guy, but I mean, he's just a good guy. He's just a good guy, and I trust him implicitly. As you can tell, Lamenters are my favorite faction. And Salamanders. Salamanders are cool, but Lamenters are just good guys. Who, even though they have a losing record and they lose a lot, like, they're always fighting things that they shouldn't be fighting and holding them off for way longer than they should be. It's like yeah, they keep losing, but can you look, like, they're a fucking toddler fighting Prime Mike Tyson every single time and still coming out alive. They don't run away. They don't bitch out. They fucking stand their ground, and respect needs to be put on their names. because they do way more than anybody else would have been able to in their place. Oh, you and another fleet were supposed to defend this world, and the other fleet just fucking runs away because the Lamenters always had bad shit happen to them, and you don't want it to happen to you. First of all, pussies. First of all. Second of all, yeah, you do better. You face the inevitable demise of your cohort and survive, or hold them off long enough that everybody else is able to achieve victory, and then have to deal with everyone fucking talking about how you're the worst and nobody wants to be paired up with your legion because bad things always happen. I want Sanguinius to come back so bad. Somebody was like, Sanguinius can't come back because it would invalidate everything about him dying. And it's like, no, it wouldn't. The only way his death would be invalidated by him coming back is if GW said that he foresaw himself coming back. Because then everything he did was with the knowledge that he would survive. And yeah, still he made all those decisions knowing all the pain and destruction he was going to go through. But if he knew he was going to come back, that makes that decision a lot easier. But if he comes back and he didn't know he was going to fucking come back, like all he foresaw was his death and that was it, that doesn't invalidate anything that he did, because he still did it all. He still chose to suffer. He still chose the path that he knew would lead to victory, or lead to him weakening Horus enough for Big E to win, knowing he would die. And people try to invalidate like all of the battles he had until that point. Like, he had plot armor. It's like, it's not like the gods were reaching down and making him win those fights. Like, yeah, he knew, like, not even that. He saw a future and saw it as 100%. But us as readers should be smart enough to realize that none of these futures that any psyker sees is 100%. So he still won those battles through pure will and confidence, because his prophetic ability is not 100%. He literally made that future happen by believing in it and by being powerful enough to make it happen. Every being up to the chaos gods can see the future to an extent. Whether it's going to happen or not is anybody's game, because things change, especially when you can see the future. In fact, that just makes him more impressive, because he was able to see the future and make it fucking happen. He said, if this is how it's going to end, I'm going to do as many good things as possible. And he made it fucking happen. Warhammer readers versus literacy. Gilliman seems pretty cool as well. All of the non-trader Primarchs seem alright. Even the trader ones, like, they had... It sounds like Fulgrim, before he fully was consumed by chaos, like, he had a final thought as himself. From what I'm seeing other people say, that, like, oh fuck, I fucked up. Which only gives more if that's true, only gives more credence to my theory that it's like, when you give yourself over to chaos, you're not you anymore. It's chaos energy warp puppeting your body, and your soul just in there watching your body do things that you are not any sort of conductor towards. And, maybe that warp creature takes on a little bit of your personality. Maybe it is colored by you, but nah. Anybody who chooses chaos is just choosing slavery. They think they're choosing freedom, but, it's quite often you think you're choosing freedom, but you're just enslaving yourself. Partying and doing drugs, you think you're choosing freedom, but you're just a slave to your vices. Oh. There's a step ladder. Whoops. I gotta blow my nose something fierce. Like, really bad. I'm getting to the stage of my sickness where my sore throat goes away, but I'm just stuffed up for a week or two. I don't like it. I don't want it. And all of my chattering, I forgot about my tea that's right in front of me. Whoops. Never mind, not whoops, because that was like the perfect temperature. Oh. Oh, perfect temperature. Interesting. Interesting that there's no checklist this time. I ain't mad about it. I ain't mad about it. So what did I not clean? I can't open the cooler, so it's not that. Oh. What the? Okay. Is it just too many things for them to give me a checklist? Is it like a bunch of small things? Oh, that was glowing. That glowed a little bit. But what else is glowing, I guess? Oh. The cat? I suppose not. Hmm. 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 Yeah, it was just too many things. Oh, I thought I'd finished that. I thought I'd finished that. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. And then fire pit wall. Oh. Yep, there does indeed to be some dirt. Ayo, job complete. Savage, how much time? 35. So we got time for another job. Look at that boy clean. So smooth, so grainy. Oh, not clean looking, actually. Whoa, $1,000. Well, they gave me 600, but I'm and I'm balling. Hmm. So basically, this is less range but more power, where this is range and power. Hmm. You know, let's get the Prime Vista 2400. Let's go crazy. Let's go stupid. Let's do an Art Deco house. Okay, so that has its upgrade already. This is gonna be interesting. This game has had us power wash a house before, and I remember all the little bits and pieces being frustrating. Firing line? What does that mean? What do you mean I'm in the firing line? Bing. This really makes me think of Markiplier because he's the reason I'm playing it. And I don't know if he's ever going to make another one, especially now that he's on to movies, but I'd like another in whatever with Markiplier. We had in something with Markiplier, and something else with I can't remember the names of the first few ones, but then in space with Markiplier. I don't know where we would go from there, but you know, I'm sure it'd be cool. They're fun to watch. He makes good stuff. I really liked Iron Lung. You should watch Iron Lung if you haven't. Oh boy, I feel like we're gonna have our work cut out for us with this one. Ooh. Maybe that's the thing he was talking about, the beam. That's pretty cool. I like that. Where did I even finish off there? What the heck? It must be counting side canopy all as one thing. This one's a little weird. Not as clean and neat to get through to. Okay. I just prefer yellow. I just prefer yellow. Now, if I had a bunch of soap, and I could spray this whole entire house down, you know, I could throw white on and just tear through it. Oh. I honestly thought the side canopy was just going to go all the way around the building. I guess it is in the name, though, that it is a side canopy. Whoopies. Whoopies. Whoa. Whoa. Fuck. Okay. I guess it's nice for once not to be doing anything because I'm sick, but on the other hand, I kind of wish I was out and about, fucking around, booling around. That's one of the nice things that came out of my breakup is I do a lot more things. Now I fill my days up with more than just reading. I would say and playing video games, but I hardly ever do that anymore. Normally I sit at my computer, find a decent enough video to throw on, and then read. Read, 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 read. Read until my eyes bleed. Is that dirt or is it just like scuffed up? That's hard to get dirt. That's what that was. I don't know if I like how this house looks so far. I wonder where the really tough spots came from. Oh wow. Didn't even make me get rid of them. Let me see. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe just seeing the glass up front was fucking with me. What a beautiful wall. Ugh, another one of these window walls. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I was just using too small of a nozzle. Overestimating how dirty most of it is. Another thing, I like get stuck on one nozzle and I just use that one, but some of these light duty nozzles still are fine. They still do the job. Gotta start worrying about this floor too. I'm trying to get everything on the bottom floor done before I go climb up on the building. I would question the validity of someone just letting their shit get this dirty, but I've seen it happen before, so you just think for a really rich house like this, you know, new money would be hiring somebody to watch it for them. Mr. Magic Eraser? I thought it was gonna... Oh, it does. There is a cutoff for which path is what. I was gonna say. I thought there was. It should be the lines for the tile. The grout. Somehow the house is all dirty, but the driveway squeaky clean. All the paths, just, you could eat off of them. House and paths on the house, disgusting. This one just seems so long because it is long. There we go. Oh, scaffolding. Okay. I can... Nah. 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 That's funny. Let me just pick this up real quick. Okay. Adding the extendo to Primo is really up in my game. Yippee! Nice side entrance. Damn. I did not have enough. Oh, I'm just trying to keep these about an hour long, so it's not like I don't or I do have time. I did not realize I was gonna get hit with the Time Killer 3000 over here. Ugh, more side canopy. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm going up there. Wow. Give me my trim. Give me my trim marker. No. Or else. Thank you. Thank you. I really should have bought that one that does really well on flat surfaces. I feel like I'd be killing it with that. Can I? Do I have enough money now? No, it's 500. Because this, I feel like this would go crazy. We're still doing alright. Underside is done, okay. Wait, where's the beam gone? What does that mean? Hey, something's changed. Oh wait, what? Something has changed. Where has the beam gone? What's going on? Wasn't the beam keeping the volcano in check? Am I gonna have to go clean the beam? The only person who can save our town is the power cleaning guy. He's the only one who can do it. Mr. Power Washer Man, would you please save us? We need you to power wash all of the lava out of the volcano. I forgot about the separating line for a second. Yippee! Power washing at the speed of sound. Got places to wash, gotta follow that beam. Woo! I think this might be the last piece down here for me to clean. I finally get to go to the top. Where apparently 60% of the rest of everything is. Gorsh. Hopefully that's not by volume. Or at least I mean like literal size. Hopefully it's like, you know, because everything is labeled that there's a lot of small pieces there that make up a big percentage. Maybe. Hopefully. I think we've got everything down here, hopefully. Oh. Oh my. It'll be interesting to see what counts as the base. Oh, I was about to sneeze. Oh, I'm so stuffed up that it makes me want to sneeze, but also blocks off any chance of that happening. Very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Oh my, how big is this trim? Or this was like Minecraft where I could crouch and know that I won't fall off. But I do not know that, and I do not think that's how that works. My gosh. Please, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Very much appreciated. No, okay. I thought maybe I can go white. Still not that powerful. I'm really hoping we're gonna be at like 80% when we're done with this middle section. A whole entire middle section, not just the little piece I'm on right now. Beautiful. Beautiful. It really is easy to get lost in the sauce with this game. Very simple, but you just focus in and you forget about time passing by around you. The world stops until you clean this last house. Oh my. Oh no. I've only done 1/3 of like this whole entire thing most likely. This is a travesty. This is actually the worst. Not actually, I enjoy doing it, there's so much to this house. This would have been one whole entire episode on its own. Mama, ooh, say I'm just a man. Trying to get everything I can from down here. Oh, thank gosh, there's no overhang on this one, I think. I think we're on the clear for that. Why are they telling me about this? I'm just the power wash guy. Haha. Haha, haha. Success. Success. Think. Ah. Where in the heck is the dirt on the... Eh. Moving on. Oh, it's gold and red. That's pretty cool. Brown? Golden brown? Golden something. Oh, I accidentally finished off that clean. Could not find the spot, that was the problem. called letting the white go kind of makes everything sound ethereal. Very weird. What would put a house into this state of repair? Like, how does it get this dirty when it's a mansion, too? You'd think, I don't know, I was gonna say you'd think rain, but like I said, I have seen like really nasty places before. It just feels really weird that a place would get this bad. I mean, look at all the other houses around it. Even if nobody lives here right now, you know, the real estate company that owns it, or whatever corpo bought it, should be not letting it get this bad. Especially if they're trying to sell it. They've been trying to. I don't know. Whoa, the beam's gone because somebody stole the merman's gems. Oh, wow. I wonder where they could be. Okay, we're 80% of the way there. That's not gonna get annoying at all. It looks like the soap might refill. After you clean it up. It does. Okay. Perfect. We're just gonna fucking clean the shit out of all of this then. I keep on thinking it's saying creature's fin, but it's just saying feature fin. Central feature wall. It's Mr. Clean's magic eraser. I don't know what it feels like, don't it? Heyo! That's huge. It's huge, 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 huge. I have no idea what I just cleaned up. Disgusting. Disgusting. Let's get this shit done and over with. Damn, I'm good. It's kind of satisfying how everything sprayed with the soap just kind of disappears. Cleansing. Boo, 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 boo. Woo! Central feature trim. Not this. I don't think. First floor window. Entrance. Oh. Central. Oh. Hey. Central feature trim. I do not see anything glowing. Ah! Please. Does this push out? Okay, so it's one of these. Ayo. Ah. Holy heck, that was a long one. I don't even want to check how long it. Excellent job, Sprucey. I can see why Harper recommended you. Spotless house, hum reduced to 0. Now all I need is to find out what Karen's up. Alright, see you guys later.